Hey, welcome back to Dave's Data Analytics channel. Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel on YouTube. I'm going to do a quick video of how to use R to import an Excel file into a SQL Server 2019 database, okay? So we've already got our data here. Let's go and move the data to our, I'll just mention that I did create a, uh, a GitHub repository. Uh, you can also simply just create a new project because I also want to encourage you to to use either use a GitHub to create a project or just use the project function from the project menu. Okay, so that way, what this does is uh, this means that any code you run now within this directory here is going to be the current working. So this, what it does, within the project, this creates this direct directory as a working directory for your project. Okay. Now, before we get started, let's come back over here to DB, and we're going to take a look over here at SQLite or data sources, MS server. So we want to start with this code here. All right. Go open up this code. All right, and we're also going to use the read Excel package to read a file. So if we're going to do this over here, we're going to say, first run this. You don't really need this. Okay. Now we're going to say, we're going to call this data here cohort. We'll call it cohort. We're going to create a data frame called cohort from from our Excel spreadsheet. Let's call this. All right. So we loaded this. Now let's delete all our existing files to make sure there's nothing there. Now let's see how this works. So is it recognizing the dates as dates? Yes, it does. So now we got all this data imported into there. And our database name is what? Should be Angelina. Okay. We're going to change the database. I don't think this is going to be necessary, but let's just see here. We're just checking for. Okay. And date is already a date format. Now we're going to come down here. We're going to try and this should be you know what let's do instead? Let's do a count because this will tell us whether or not so let's do our connection. Let's try our retail sales. Because hopefully the advantage this way is that this will automatically import the invoice data as a date type. Okay, so that did appear to work. Let's see if this works. Okay, new query. Angelina. Retail sales. Now, this was just a quick solution, okay? But as you can see, all of our data was imported. The date types were imported. Let's make sure the date type should have been imported as a date type. Let's see. Yep. So everything was imported correctly. Unit price, customer ID, cost, quantity. So now the trouble is what? We don't actually have have a total sales. Okay. Okay. Let's come down here. Retail sales, retail sales, quantity. Uh, Now, we could do this with a nice spiffy tidyverse function if we wanted to, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, okay. That's because I used the. That's because I used the. Let's do this. Okay. Case matters. Now let's try this. The error said that assigned data has 0 rows. That's because I had an invalid. The column name wasn't spelled correct, so therefore it returned zeros. Let's try again now. And there's an underscore between there. Oh, okay. So what did the original number have? Interesting. Okay, so what it did is kind of interesting is because there appeared to be because in the original data there was two upper cases. I decided that the upper cases was split. So you had unit. Well, let's just come back up here. Let's take a look at the raw data. And you can see you got invitation. But what it does, because you got a capital letter in this, it's saying it's splitting this into into uh, two different words separated by an underscore. It's just we're just having this all lowercase unit price. It's unit underscore price. Okay. All right. So then come down here and do this, do this. Take a look at sales. Now we got the total sales price, which wasn't part of the original data set. So now we come back over here, come back over here. Now you can see we got the lowercase column names with the underscores. And there you go. There's how to use how simple it is to use our program in a couple of libraries to upload an Excel file to SQL Server 2019. All right. So thanks so much for your time today. Hope we found this report helpful, and also how to. Of course, comments are always welcome in the bottom of the thing. I'll mention also that I do a live stream at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on Twitch. That my handle is David Jay Jackson. Okay, and also by the way is my Facebook handle also. Okay, so there you go.